Ooh! Could she be the one? Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of not into smokers, but yeah, we'll get there when we get. Oh, blushies is blushing. Hello, my treasure. Welcome back to another Let's Play video. And in today's Let's Play video, we are gonna play a newly released Yuri visual novel titled Renai Bakudan. So let's get straight into it. Oh, by the way, this is a 18 plus Yuri visual novel. So all you little kitties, bye-bye. Oh my gosh, I love the opening screen. Look at the neon lights. It's so much 80s vibe. So this game was actually funded through Kickstarter. And I was also one of the backers of this Kickstarter. And before we play into it, let's also have a look at the credits, not at the extras, at the credits, because if we skip to the there we go, the VIP suite, there in beautiful letters it says tunnel tunnel. Yes, I entered the VIP suite, so I bought one of the highest tiers for this Kickstarter. And one of the perks in this Kickstarter was, of course, being mentioned in the VIP suite. Very much sparkly. So there are other stuff that was included in the higher tiers, but we'll get into that later. So now let's start playing. We're gonna start a new game. There we go. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, it's a work of fiction. Look at this. This is so 80s. I love it. When your life begins to slip out of your control, there's usually nothing you can do to prepare for it. All human beings make mistakes. It's just a part of life, right? We all have regrets that haunt us. It's not my actions that I regret. I still think I did the right thing. Right. But I do regret what it cost me to lose. Because out of everything in this world, time is the one thing you can never get back. Aww. Yeah, that's true. Ooh. This payphone feels like it's drilling holes into my eyes the longer I look at it. I'm just standing here staring at it as though that's going to change anything. As though this staring can rewind the clock and undo what happened. As though wishing for all the times I lost will somehow bring it back. But most of the time, reality bites, and sometimes you just can't avoid it. Most times, in fact. Making peace with that kinda sucks. I lazily drop the black plastic bag I've been slinging over my shoulder for the last half an hour. All of my worldly goods are inside. Oh, that's so sad. I'm supposed to meet my best friend's roommate here. We've never met before, but apparently she's really nice. Even if she is nice, she's also late. I'm still waiting for her to actually show up. And that means I've decided to follow through on a thought that had been rattling around my mind for some time now. I'm still hesitating like crazy to pick up the payphone because I'm scared of what the girl on the other end of the line might say. But I also know I could never forgive myself if I didn't at least try. My stomach twists in knot and my eyes have studied every inch of the haphazard graffiti on the inside. I now know all the worn away stickers of my heart illuminated by the sterile lighting above. A lot has happened to me these past few years, but the last two were the hardest of the bunch, that's for sure. Ugh. My name is Yuri Kido, and today I got out of jail after spending 2 years in... Oh my good lord! Okay, we are already a very bad little kitty. Look at the tattoo on the neck. That must have hurt. I have 4 tattoos, and even those 4 tattoos, and I got them when I was 19, right? So it was a long time ago, but even those hurt. Criminal injury, that's what they called it anyway. In short, I got into a big fight with someone else, and won. I was protecting my best friend, Chihiro Tenma, against some asshole trying to bully her over money she had won off of him fair and square. It didn't start as a physical altercation that night. 10 was winning a lot of money on the bar game of darts, of all things. It was her birthday. She wanted to cut loose and have fun, but the woman she was playing didn't like that and tried to shove her around. And that's where I stepped in to tell her to back off. Mindless violence, actually any kind of violence, isn't really my thing. But, not to brag, but I'm pretty good in a fight. A little too good. Because I put them in the hospital. Of course, this asshole just had to be petty, meaning I got served with criminal charges. The irony of getting sent to jail by someone like her was not lost on me. I know that 10 still sits with the guilt every day. I've tried to console her a million times, but I figured the regret wouldn't even begin to leave her until I was out. Even then, some things are harder to let go of than others, right? Whatever the case, I'll never regret protecting someone that I love. Aww. Prison is a horrible place. I can imagine. It feels like 1,000 winters come all at once, and you're more isolated than ever inside. Uh-oh. The Yakuza group I hung out with, the infamous Mishima clan, immediately kicked me out. No repercussions came, thank God, but I was effectively abandoned by them. Not that I was surprised. I mean, I hadn't even sworn loyalty or anything. It was just in name only. Were they even really Mishimas? Who knows? I think they were just showing off, 'cause they could. But in the end, I was just a dumb kid running around with a bad crowd, and I ended up exactly where people expected me to end. It's almost always been this way for me. I won't bore you with all the details of my past. I will say this though. When I was a kid, my mom died. I think half the reason I even started acting up was because I had so much grief and nowhere to put it. A lot of tears and blood might have been spilled over the course of my life, but most of it was my own. So yeah, that's me. Here I am, fresh out of jail and full of anxiety. I also just like to say that the person in question did throw the first punch. I'm really not a violent person. But that's neither here nor there these days, I guess. Damn, wonder where this roommate is. Right now, I'm leaning against this payphone staring at this rusty, bleeped up box that looks like it's seen just as much life as I have. Poor girl. I'm still waiting on Natsuki Ito, my best friend's roommate, to come and get me. Ooh, I think that's one of the romance route. And that meant that I still had a call to make. Ugh. Bleep. I'm just prolonging the inevitable, of course. The person I'm agonizing over calling is my older sister, Miki Kido. On one hand, I want to call her to let her know I got out and served my time. But I also really don't want to call her because the last time we spoke was not exactly friendly. She made no secret that she was tired of how unpredictable I was and all of the stupid bleep I did. Ugh, the guilt gives me headaches nowadays. It's exhausting. That's the thing about changing yourself. You have to show that you're not who you used to be. And to do that, you need time. Where the hell is she? I've been waiting out here for almost an hour. Once I put away 10, moved to a small coastal town called Akiyama. I didn't know this, of course. She told me this 2 weeks before I was released, so it was quite a surprise since she visited me every week without fail. Natsuki is on her way here from there, naturally, but I don't know how far away it is by car. An hour? Or 2, maybe? I don't know anything about that place, but according to 10, it's one hell of a town. I guess I'll believe it when I see it. Anyway, better than here. No, anywhere's better than here. I didn't read that correctly. Damn it, I need to make this call before Natsuki shows up. I frown so hard my head just hurts more. Bleep it! Unhooking the payphone with a loud click, I push in loose change the guards gave me for a path to nowhere. I'll have no money left after this, but if calling my older sister and getting the relationship back on track only costs 300 yen, I'd say it's worth it. Oh, that's cheap. I punch in the number I know off my heart and I wait with bated breath as the phone rings. The garbage bag with all my stuff inside, it rests between my legs as I stand listening to the dial tone ring, ring, and ring. Come on, Mickey. My mouth feels dry with anticipation. What if she moved? What if she really doesn't want to talk to me again? What if she does? Oh. Hello? Ah! I can tell she's trying to work out who it is on the other end of the phone. It pains me that my own sister is beginning to forget my voice. Or maybe she's actively trying to, which could be much worse. Hello? I'm sorry. Who is this? The caller ID didn't display a name. Hey, Nathan, it's me. I can feel the realization drop. My head spins as I wait for a response. Yuri? Why are you calling? How are you calling? I've had the prison number blocked for a while. Ouch, that was a rough blow. I felt like Mickey regretted admitting that too, but I couldn't blame her for it either. I sighed through my nose as I rest my arms against the phone, feeling my hair droop over my face. I took a deep breath and decided to be honest. Who knew when I'd get the chance to talk to her again? Mickey, I'm so sorry about everything. I feel like being put away for what felt like a lifetime to me. It's really helped me get my head on straight, you know. ... Mickey's silence deafened me the longer it went on. I laughed nervously, even though it was hardly a laughing matter. You don't have to believe me, Mickey scoffed. Well, I think you'll understand me if I say I don't. I can't blame her, really. Another agonizing pause. What is it that you actually want from me, Yuri? Do you know how hard it's been? Oh, God. I wish that you just listened to me and gotten the hell out of that stupid group. What a waste of your life, of both yours and Ten's life. She's lucky she didn't end up in jail too. Is she still hanging out with them? Ten was never in the Mishimas. That was just me. But your antics are dragging her down, Yuri. It's been a waste of my life too, because all I did was worry about you too. Mickey, I got out of jail today. The penny dropped for Mickey as she realized that was how I was able to call her. My mouth was dry from all the nerves. I got out of jail and even if you really don't believe me, I've really turned things around, you know. I don't have any ties with the Mishima group anymore, Nathan. It's all over. Was that your decision or theirs? Ugh, God, this was awkward. This might be the most awkward interaction I've ever had. Does it matter? I think it matters, don't you? Did you decide to get rid of them, or did they kick you out after you got in deep bleep bleep? I think these things can make a big difference to someone's intentions. You're not happy about it. The things I said, I mean. I don't really feel either way about it, Yuri. To be honest, I thought you'd be dead by now. There are plenty of nights I've had to make my peace with your absence. So many times. But people like you never think about the ones you leave behind. ... Damn, that was pretty cold. I didn't know what to say. Well, I'm still alive and kicking. ... I can tell you don't want to talk to me, so I'll cut to the chase. Yuri. And that's fine. I didn't mean it to guilt you. I know you have your reasons, and I won't pretend like I don't understand them. But if you could just listen to me for a minute or two, I'd appreciate it. Mickey paused again, exhaling quietly through her nose before finally speaking with a meek tone of voice. All right, ask me what you like. Do you want to meet up with me sometimes? Unlike the other pauses that came before, which were agonizing in their silence, this time there is a painful pause, a pause where I know already the answer isn't going to be good. What? I'm not trying to stay with you or borrow money or anything like that. I just want my sister back. The world seems like it was moving in slow motion around me. The far-off bustling of the crowds, the distant roar of cars coming home from a long day of work, and then finally my sister's voice joined them. Just tell me one thing. This was it. This was my last chance to make it count. The anxiety and guilt melted together, crawling hot up my spine and resting on the back of my neck. All right. Was it worth it? I paused. Was what worth it? All of this. The way your so-called friends ditched you immediately, going to jail because of a dumb bar fight. It wasn't just a bar fight, Nason. You know that. Severing the relationship we once had. In a fleeting moment of silence, once again, I began to register that a vehicle had pulled up behind me. Was any of it actually worth it? A car door slammed just a short distance away from where I stood, and I began to realize that sound meant Natsuki was probably here to pick me up. Of course it wasn't worth it. What kind of question is the... Yuri, if you manage to really sort your life out, you can call me again. I still love you, and I always will. You're my baby sister. Ugh, I was typically able to hold my emotions back, but hearing that, tears fell over my cheeks before I could catch them. Get your life together, Yuri. Actually, value yourself. Value the life you have. And then, I'm happy to start again. Mickey, wait. Oh my god, we just got cut off. Mickey hung up. Oh, that was an emotional roller coaster. I need to cry in a bit. So I'll be right back. Dear God, we really messed up that part, right? Okay, let's see who's gonna pick us up. There we go. Let's see. Oh my gosh. What's happening here? Oh, I love this! Oh, this looks freaky. I love the freakiness. We're in the car. Oh, hello. Hello, who are you? Okay, so I need to do a voice for this one. How are we gonna do this voice? I have a feeling that the voice is a bit like she has smoker voice. Okay, how do I do smoker voice? So, ever been to Akiyama before? I can hear this woman talking to me, but that's a no? I don't really know what to say after everything that just happened. So as I sit here in the car, drained from all the emotions and the fatigue, I just don't say anything. I've been free from jail for a couple of hours now. And as I rest my head on my hand, propped up uncomfortably by my elbow jutting into the car door, I feel my eyelids closing. The window is rolled down as we drive along the highway. I can smell the scent of the ocean from not too far off. I toss my bag of belongings in the trunk and I just let myself relax. Not thinking about to call Mickey, not thinking about how horrible it was in prison, just thinking now about how the sky looks so pretty with all its stars way up above me. It's a sight I feel like I haven't seen in a long time. You're originally from Tokyo alongside Ten-chan, right? That's what you told old Natsuki-chan anyway. Oh. Ooh! Could she be the one? Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of not into smokers, but yeah, we'll get there when we get there. This. I think she's a smooth talking girl. Okay, are we gonna go for smooth talking girl? Let's see. Despite her making it sound otherwise, this Natsuki Ito, Ten's roommate, makes her my roommate now too. And although I'm very grateful that she came to pick me up, she just keeps on talking. I am. Right. She seems satisfied with that answer, at least. After a pensive minute of silence between us, I think you'll get a kick out of Akiyama. Oh yeah? For sure. A girl like you, there is no doubt in my mind. A girl like me? What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, you know. From the look of ya and what Ten told me, you've got a real nose for women and trouble, am I right? Natsuki laughed heartily and I felt my temple throb with irritation, even if she is right. You don't know me? Sure I do. I can prove it even. Watch this. This is probably gonna annoy me, I think to myself, but I can't exactly stop her in her tracks. Natsuki has done me a big favor today than most people in my life ever have. I don't think many people would drive for an undisclosed amount of time to pick up a stranger from jail, no less. She clears her throat and I brace myself for whatever unflattering description of me is about to come out of her mouth. Yuri Kido. Age 24, born and raised in Tokyo. Former Mishima Yakuza member, supposedly. Don't know if you have any family or not. To be honest, I'd stopped listening when Ten started talking about that. Charming. Good thing this woman was a looker. But then my sweet little ears perked right back up. Did they now? Sure did. What with the whole bit about you going to prison? What? Wait, she's at prison, girls? That was a surprise, let me tell you. But if Ten-chan vouches for you, then I know you must be a stellar girl. The woman in the driver's seat laughs, but I can tell she's not trying to be malicious. I know you were apparently running around with the Mishima group, but how the hell did a friend of Ten-chan end up there anyway? You don't seem like too much trouble to me. Sounds like she got some questionable friends these days from what she tells me. Ah, don't be like that. You're one of those questionable friends now, ain't you? She's lucky she's so good looking. No matter how many times I think, it doesn't stop being true. But Natsuki, I hear you crying out. I ain't questionable. Truth is, we're all a little questionable, sweetheart. But that's what makes life interesting, right? I can't help but let out the smirk I've been holding back come back out when she says it in such a flippant? What is flippant? Flippant way. Hey, there's a nice smile. Bleep off! Oh my god, the flirting's already started. The car continues to drive at a leisurely pace down the highway. The breeze feels better and better as it whips through my hair. My eyes are tired, my heart even more so. My mind is a weird cocktail of relief and complete disbelief. I mean, this was one hell of a weird situation to be in. Heading somewhere I didn't know with someone I didn't know, but I guess life's been kind of a roller coaster for me this past 2 years anyway. If nothing else, it'd be really nice to see Ten again. She's the only one that stuck by me all this time. Oh, the childhood friends! I always go for the childhood friend route, but I guess I'm going maybe for Miss Smooth Talker here. Oh, she's sleeping? Is she sleeping? I bet being outside of those walls is nice. I can feel this handsome stranger looking over me expectantly. She chuckles again as she sparks up a thin cigarette, exhaling a puff into the ambience of the car. Not a big talker. Tension got her info wrong, I guess. What am I supposed to say? You want me to bear the whole brunt of my feelings to you or something? Hey, I never said that. I don't expect you to do anything if you don't wanna. Just figured you could use someone lending an ear, right? ... You went through a lot, Yuri. Ten's been worried sick about you for some time. My stomach twists. I haven't really thought about it. That's a lie for sure. True. Natsuki blinks, taken off guard at my admission before she chuckles as we crawl to a slow halt at a traffic light. How the hell did I end up in this situation? How did Ten end up moving out here? I never had her down as a coastal type. Everything felt so overwhelming. Here. Huh? I guess that was a train of thought that could wait. Beckoning me to open my hand, Natsuki rooted around for something in the glove compartment and dropped 2 white pills into the center of my palm. You look like you've got a stomping headache. Bottle of water's just there. The traffic light turned green and Natsuki placed her foot back on the gas of this egg-boxed car we found ourselves in. Thanks, Natsuki. Don't mention it. A moment of silence passed. Sorry for being kinda spiky. I really appreciate what you did for me today. I owe you big time for this. It's fine, really. It wasn't super long. Besides, I set out after rush hour, so it's no biggie. Tenchan and I do each other favors all the time. You can just consider yourself the biggest one. What an honor! I had a brief flicker of panic rush through my body as my eyes met with the car radio clock. Something felt wrong about being allowed outside after 7 in the evening. You okay? Wow, you're sharp, huh? You seemed a little tenser somehow. Just a reflex. Reflex? This time of night is when we have to go back to my cell. Natsuki drummed her fingers on the steering wheel with a nod. The soft sound of the song on the radio quietly played away. Don't need to worry about that anymore, right? I nodded as I rested my head against the window and allowed my tired eyes to fall to the horizon ahead. Yeah, you're right. Akiyama, huh? I couldn't even imagine what lay ahead for me in this little town. A wonderfully comfortable yet crazy place that people of all kinds flock to in droves. A hotbed of happiness and what? That came out of nowhere! Of spicy pleasures! Always making you wonder if it's even possible to find anywhere better on Earth. Not that you want to leave, but even more so than that, as we traveled along, something else caught my eye from a distance away. Oh, what? Hello? Oh! Whoa! As Natsuki and myself turned off the highway and onto a slightly smaller, more rural road, my eyes met with the place that would eventually become incredibly significant to me. What the hell is that? It's huge! Huh? Oh. Hey, that's Akiyama's famous landmark, Hotel Bakudan. Hotel Bakudan? Yeah, as far as I know, it's also Japan's biggest love hotel. What? That's a love hotel? Sure is. It's crazy inside too. It's got weird-ass rooms, a big bookstore, even a bar. It's one hell of a place. Wow! Can you even really call it just a love hotel at that point? Sounds more like a mall to me. Natsuki chuckles in agreement as we reach another light again. You're probably right. Damn those freaking lights. Nobody even on the road right now. I'm gonna miss my dramas. A love hotel, huh? I hadn't thought about one of those places in a while. Oh, blushies is blushing. What's up? Remembering a nice time you had at a hotel? Shut up! She really was too sharp for her own good. Just what did this woman do for a living anyway? I guess she's a psychiatrist or something. As the light flickered to green once more, Natsuki smirked as she drove along. On the subject of Hotel Bakudan, get this, my niece is the manager. Holy bleep! I could only imagine that kind of thing that poor girl had to manage in a place like that. That was quite the claim. Wait, you have a niece? I know. I don't look old enough to be an auntie, right? I was more thinking it was surprising that you even kept in touch with her. I'm not sure what you meant by that, but I don't think I like it. Hotel Bakudan, a love hotel, full to the brim of weird rooms. I couldn't wait to see him for myself. Same here, but I'm just doing the Sherlock Holmes things, right? I'm just picking up my glasses and being like, what does this room do? Jeez, we finally made it back. Took long enough, huh? And eventually, after much driving, we arrived in the place we'd been heading to all this time. The one, only, red light-infused Akiyama town. Oh, sparkle! I love it. Holy bleep! This place is incredible! Minds of all the people, it's a bit of a walk to the house, but I figured you'd probably like the legwork after being cooped up in the big house. Somehow that felt a little insensitive, but at least she meant it well, I guess. She wasn't wrong either. Actually, getting to see where I'd ended up was amazing. Akiyama was an amazing sight. What a vibrant place. Strip clubs, massage parlors, hostess clubs, rental stores. There could be no mistaking it. Right here, in the middle of this coastal Japanese town, was a red light district. What kind of place is this? Natsuki laughed as we walked past a gaggle of beautiful girls who looked at me. Me? Heaven. Oh my god, she just said it! Okay, I need to say it in you know, like the sexy voice. Wait, let me do it. Heaven. Maybe I really had died and gone to heaven after all. You wanna explore for a bit? I've gotta stop in some places here too, so... Natsuki grinned as she said that. She wanted to have some fun before we went home for the night, huh? Sure, why not? I might as well get used to this place, right? Even if I've only got some lint and a dream in my pocket. Had a girl. Natsuki grinned as she slapped me on the shoulder and checked the town clock just up the road for us. Alright, we'll meet back here in a couple of hours. Take your time, okay? I'll be around. Okay! On second thought though, isn't Ten gonna be waiting for us? She'll be okay. That's not a reason to just leave her hanging! Oh, come on. Come here. Huh? Beckoning me to open up my hand, Natsuki rummaged around in her pocket. Oh, money! And in the center of my palm, I felt several cold coins clicking together. Go buy yourself something nice. Wait, what? You said it yourself, right? You've got nothing but lint and a dream. Even if Ten hadn't vouched for you, I know how to tell an honest person from a liar. You're alright, kiddo. I enjoyed our little time together. We'll be seeing a whole lot more of each other, so think of this as a favor you don't have to repay. Natsuki? Holding up a single hand, Natsuki waved as she walked off. Bye! Take care of yourself around here, okay? I don't want to hear about any bodies with a cobra tattoo when I'm trying to enjoy a lovely massage.
What kind of massage?
What? What a thing to say to someone. Now, alone in the middle of the street, surrounded by tall buildings and neon lights. I felt a little shell-shocked. What the hell just happened to me anyway? Turning my gaze down to the change in my hand, I thought back to Natsuki's remark of buy myself something nice. Okay, that's 500 yen. Wait a second. This is 500 yen! Yeah. Not that I was complaining, mind you. Natsuki Ito had single-handedly managed to solidify something edible somewhere. Even if we're heading back to the house soon, I was still starving. Today had been a lot to deal with. But as I stood here, it all began to hit me. I'd gotten out of jail today. I'd arrived in Akiyama. The salty scent of the ocean even carried all the way along the breeze, even out here. It felt so nice. And then the realization dropped. Holy bleep! What is something like this doing here? A red light district? For real? Just where the hell had I ended up anyway? Yeah, kinda iffy, if you tell me. I already felt like such a tourist having been led here by Natsuki, but I especially felt out of my depth wandering around in a wide-eyed trance as all the neon and sleaze... I didn't think that made sense what I just said. Women were walking with half-drunk giggles looking for their next fix of fun from wherever, while others were chatting casually outside the bars or just blatantly looking for someone to hook up with. And not to mention the places that were actually open. Wow! But even with all that, the most noticeable thing about my time in Akiyama Center was the same thing that had caught my eye before. Bleep, bleep, bleep! Hotel Bakudan, the looming shadow of Japan's biggest love hotel. I couldn't help looking up at it with stars in my eyes. It's so tall and so sparkly. It's amazing! Bright lights and the constant allure of sexual pleasure. No! Oh my god! Okay, that's do I need to censor that part? I don't know. The hearts! Look at the hearts! Wow, what a place! Thanks for moving here, Ten. I had to check out this hotel. I just had to. It wasn't like I had anywhere else to be, right? The world was my oyster, even if all I had in my pocket was the 500 yen Natsuki gave me. I couldn't stop myself. I hurried towards the hotel as fast as I could. I was completely entranced by it. I cut through the gaggle of people off in their own world and even hurriedly rushed past some, particular noisy alleyways. But the longer I walked, the more a spring I felt in my steps to just be here. It was so exciting! Seriously, feels kinda silly to be this jazzed out of the blue. I wanted to know everything about this place. Okay, Yuri, slow down before you break something. But even though I was eager to check out the hotel, I didn't want to miss anything either. The air of Akiyama was electric. I could feel everyone was hot and bothered. It was kinda hard to ignore. Jeez, how far is this hotel anyway? It looked so close from the middle of the town. I hadn't done this much walking in such a long time, let alone somewhere completely new. But as I continued on, and when I made it a little closer to the hotel, I saw that Akiyama held plenty of late-night cafes. What a sight for sore eyes. And a hungry stomach. Thanks, Natsuki. The kindness of strangers can't be overstated, especially ones I'd be living with for a while. My thoughts drifted how Ten was doing too. I know Natsuki said she'd be okay, but I wanted to see my best friend again too. It's no exaggeration to say that she was the only good thing about my days in jail. Aww. It sure will be nice to see her again. Aw, that's so cute. Oh, where could she be? That girl, honestly. And as it happened, the first night of tonight's encounter was staring me in the face. A gorgeous woman who looked older than me was standing there, looking around with great concern. Even in the darkness, I could see that she was stunning. Such a perfect body, such a gorgeous face. Hey, you doing okay? Ah! I couldn't tell if she was the electricity city of Akiyama or if it was just that I was already smitten, but I couldn't resist trying my luck with this one.
What a beauty! Oh my good lord! She already goes for it!
As we both stood here in the vague ambience of this dimly lit alleyway, her eyes looked up to meet mine, and the look that smothered in them set every one of my nerves on fire. Oh my! Handsome and caring, you might just steal my heart away. Whoa, talk about laying it on thick. Not that I was complaining one bit, of course. Thank you, I'm just doing what everyone would, right? Seeing a gorgeous lady like you in a place like this, looking so concerned. Are you doing okay? The woman laughed, a deep husky laughter that made me feel like I could only think lustful thoughts. A silver tongue too. Maybe I really am in trouble. Oh? Be still, my beating heart. Well, honey, as a matter of fact, you've not seen a young woman called Kanda around here, have you? Kanda? She looks like me. Beautiful eyes, kind of unimpressed expression at every turn. I don't think so, sorry. I just got into town tonight, so... Oh, I see. That's okay. I apologize for almost lumping you with the task of finding her in that case. No, it's alright. I asked, right? Really, it's no trouble for you, ma'am. I do just about anything. My name is Dao Amarin.
Ooh. Love interest! There we go. Oh, this is gonna be so hard for me!
If you do happen to find Kanda, don't hesitate to seek me out, okay? I'll be looking for her around the center of town. I left my cell phone back at my mansion, but if I had it, rest assured, I'd give you my number in a heartbeat. Fate can be so cruel. Fate can be so cruel. I don't even have a cell phone right now. Oh, that's too bad. God, this woman was hot. Who said she could be this hot? And what's this talk about a mansion? Well, I'd better run. This girl won't find herself. Sorry, sweetheart. What did you say your name was? Oh, I'm Yuri. I'm Yuri Kiddo. Yuri? A lovely name for a girl like you.
Why does everybody keep saying a girl like me for anyway?
Haha, thanks. Checking the small watch on her wrist, Dao lets out a pretty sigh and ran hand through her hair as she smiled at me. Don't be afraid to say hello if you see me again, stranger. I will. Wow, I'm usually so unflappant, but this woman was really taking me for a ride already. With a warm squeeze on my shoulder, Dao chuckled seductively as she walked by. And unfortunate for me, far out of sight. Who the heck was that? She felt like one hell of a woman. Kanda, huh? I guess I'd keep an eye out for her on my travels.
Oh my god. Hot air balloon cafe, coffee house.
Eventually, after my meeting with such a gorgeous babe in such a dark alleyway, I decided to take a break from my Akiyama exploring and dip into a nearby hot air balloon, a world-famous chain of coffee houses. I guess even small towns like Akiyama have one or two of these knocking around. When I enter the cafe, I'm pleasantly taken aback by the mellow feeling. This feels like a relaxing pit stop. Ugh. I guess something else I didn't realize until I was somewhere relaxing was just how busy today had been. My body suddenly felt very heavy. Hello? Table for one? What can I get you? A chipper girl comes up to me with a smile on her face that soon fades. I think she was sizzling up whether or not I was gonna be in trouble. Hi, I'd love a coffee, please. She nodded meekly, but didn't take her eyes off my tattoo. I almost felt like I needed to apologize. I swear, miss, I just want a coffee. Right this way, then. Finally satisfied that I wasn't going to cause a ruckus, the girl led me to one of the tables by the window. I flopped onto the seat and rested my head in my hands, propping myself up with my elbow. Geez, my eyes stung from how tired I was. Phew, feels good to sit still. Wonder what Natsuki is doing. After a relaxing, undisturbed few moments, a different waitress brought my drink. A different waitress brought my drink as well as a complimentary pastry. Do all places do that? I feel like they don't. I could practically feel the twinkling stars in my eyes as I looked upon my delicious bounty. What luck I was having today! Seriously, Natsuki Ito, wherever you are and whatever trouble you're inevitably wrapped up in, thank you 1,000 times! But just as I lifted up the pastry to take a huge bite out of it... Huh? Oh gosh. Who is that? I noticed someone watching me from the table just diagonally of my eye line. Our silent energy was matched, even if the emotions were different. Was she eyeing up my pastry? Get your own, lady! Happiness? What is this? I shoved the entire thing into my mouth, taking a big, satisfying bite and feeling the jam and cream melt against my tongue. What a delicious sensations! Had I died and gone to heaven? She's gone to heaven so many times already. You. But I almost really did die from the sudden surprise of hearing a voice talking to me. Because the stranger from across the way caught my attention. I spoke through a mouthful of food and wide eyes. If this girl still wanted to talk to me after that, it must be pretty important. Scooting over to sit opposite of me on my own table, the woman before me was certainly an enigma. Why are you here this late? I just wanted to see your beautiful face! I feel like I see her temple twitch in irritation by how ticked I was at my own joke. Stupid cute stranger with a nice smile. Who the hell is she? How dare she be so charming? What? A finger is pointed rudely in my direction as I sip at my coffee and try to hide that I just burned my tongue. Oh! You, what's your name? Yuri Kido. You had to think about that? I'm eating. Does that mean you can't remember your own name? Hey now, what's your problem? You come over to my table, criticize my eating habits, and marry me? Sure. I'm not joking. ... Wait, she just... Huh? Oh no! She just married me? How did this happen? No! She just proposed! Okay, we are just in 45 minutes and we are already getting proposed to. So, as you know, we girls, we move fast, right? Girl on girl, we move fast. It's like, you know, we talk one time and then we already move into your house and then we already get married. We have 2 cats and we live happily ever after in happy gay land. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna end the video. Yes, I'm gonna leave you at a cliffhanger so that you are very much curious to find out what's gonna happen next. So I just want to say again, this game was funded on Kickstarter, but is now also available on Steam, so you can buy the game on Steam. It looks amazing. I love already the character introductions. The beginning was, of course, we had to get, you know, like to know the characters, but I'm already seeing we're gonna get a lot of very funny interactions between the girls, and we have already met 2 possible love interests. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, maybe even 3, because I think this is also gonna be a love interest. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And as always,
I say miss you, love you, bye-bye.